Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Atala Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Jamie Dimon is saying that actually JPMorgan customers can soon buy Bitcoin directly from the bank. Then let's talk about the fact that the US Senate moves forward with GNU stablecoin bill, and then talk about that Ray Dalio says the risk to US Treasuries is even greater than what Moody's is saying. So guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget, every single day, I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, very simple, just subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. Right, and when we're looking at the prices, let's zoom in a little bit, we can see that actually Bitcoin is holding itself pretty well, 104,756 US dollar right now, so 0.7% up. Ethereum about a bit less than 1% up, 2,471 US dollar right now. In the last 24 hours, Aave moved the most, 15% up, Pendle 8%, and Curve DAO token about 7-8%. Who is losing? Well, Pith is going down for 6%, Story down 5%, Lido down 4%. So as you can see, no major drops. This was actually here the top 100. By market cap. And when we're looking at Bitcoin, we can see that actually yesterday we went all the way up to 107,137 US dollars, so extremely close to previous all-time high. And now we really, this is the next move. If Bitcoin can break above it, then definitely it can make a nice move. Break above it, stay above it, okay? That's very, very important. So now the question is, what will Bitcoin now do? Will Bitcoin here come down and then find, support around this 100,000-ish or between 192,000, somewhere? Or actually we're not really coming down because the push is so strong, because lots of good news are coming out that actually sooner or later again we're going to see new all-time highs, and that can also bring some shining to the altcoin market as well. But now let's talk about the first topic, and the first topic is all about that Jamie Dimon, who is really kind of against Bitcoin or not talking great things about Bitcoin, is saying that JPMorgan clients, he's the CEO of JPMorgan, can buy Bitcoin from the bank pretty soon. So we have these people who are kind of against Bitcoin, Peter Schiff, and also Jamie Dimon, and he's still not a big fan of Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong here, but well, he has to do it kinda, because there's a demand for Bitcoin, and he's not doing it, then he's kind of left out. So basically now, JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon is saying that he will allow his bank's customers to buy Bitcoin, but the bank will not do custody for that Bitcoin. And he's saying that I don't think you should smoke, but I defend your right to smoke. I defend your right to buy Bitcoin. So he kind of saying that buying Bitcoin is not the greatest idea. He's not a fan of Bitcoin, but he's saying if you want Bitcoin, well, then we sell you Bitcoin. Bottom line is that everybody here is going to join the game. Now the question is rather sooner or later, but we're really not talking about the fact that, is Bitcoin here to stay, or, is Bitcoin something shady thing? No. Now that there are Bitcoin spot ETFs, now that the US has officially, Bitcoin strategic reserve, now the states going for it, now countries buying it, now are companies buying as an investment and build their future plans on Bitcoin. Now it has a totally different view, and because of this, more and more need is from customers. And when we're looking at the traditional way to investing or getting into things, bank, this definitely one way to do it, some people just simply don't want them get involved with cryptocurrency exchanges or this complicated thing, but they would like to buy it, and then they say, okay, let's buy it through my bank. Well, they're not doing custody, this is what he's saying, but I'm pretty sure there's some banks going to do custody in the future as well. So this is actually another example that how hot this area is getting right now. Okay, and also US Senate moves forward with the Genius stablecoin bill. So the US Senate moves forward with the Genius stablecoin bill. The US Senate moved forward the stablecoin regulation Genius Act in 62 to 32 in procedural vote, with the legislation now heading to the debate on the Senate floor. So one step further at the moment, and the bill requires stablecoin to be fully backed, have regular security audits and approval from federal or state regulators. Only licensed entities can issue stablecoins. So this will be something definitely which will protect people who investing in stablecoins. Not because stablecoin is going to go up, because in this case, in many cases, it's actually pegged to the US dollar. But when you would like to take profits, so far, stablecoins were a kind of, and is it really backed and all these kind of things. But if, the bill pass every single, important step, and it gets now finally official and used, then in that case, it will protect investors. And I think this is definitely positive things, and we kind of almost there. A lot of things happened this year when it comes to regulation, and everything an important thing was so far, signed. Okay, and now let's talk about it. Ray Dalio says the risk to US Treasuries is even greater than what Moody's is saying. So as I mentioned also yesterday, Moody's downgraded the US from AAA to AA1. And Ray Dalio says that the risk to US Treasury is even greater what Moody's is saying. So yeah, that Moody's downgrade of the US credit rating does not take into account the risk of federal government printing money to pay debt, right? The debt is the main problem why the US is downgraded. Bondholders would suffer losses due to depreciating value of the money they are getting paid. Even here, in other words, they don't include the greater risk that the countries in debt will print money to pay their debts, thus causing holders of the bonds to suffer losses from the decreased value of the money they are getting, rather than from the decreased quantity of the money they are getting. This is what he's saying. And this is something but they really should think about. And by the way, we have here now, the Japanese 30-year government bond yield has officially surged to this highest level in history at 3.15%. And yesterday, Japanese Prime Minister called the situation worse than Greece. So what will Japan do? Here are some other details. And so actually this is also a situation what we are having. And after all, when we summarize the whole thing, Bitcoin could be a solution for many things. But this is not a short story. This is a long story. It's a long-term process. Bitcoin is here for 16 years, and a lot of things going to happen in the next couple of years as well. But we actually, I believe, can see the change in the sentiment in how investors, hedge funds, people view actually now investment in Bitcoin and into crypto is changing into the positive direction. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on blockchainbloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel and also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. See you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.